Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some big news coming out of the NFL that's sure to stir up some emotions, especially for Dallas Cowboys fans. We're talking about the surprising departure of Cooper Rush, the quarterback who's been by Dak Prescott's side for nearly the last decade, and his new chapter with the Baltimore Ravens. But hold up, before we get into all of that, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and, as always, drop a comment down below to let me know your thoughts. How are you feeling about Cooper Rush's move to the Ravens? Are you sad to see him go, or do you think this new opportunity will be great for his career? Let's dive in. So, as you've probably heard, Cooper Rush, who's been the backup quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys for a whopping 8 seasons, has decided to sign a 2-year deal with the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I know this news might have caught a lot of Cowboys fans off guard. It's definitely one of those moves that shakes up the status quo a little bit. After all, Cooper Rush has been a steady presence in Dallas for years, and his departure marks the end of an era for him in Dallas. But before we get into the details of why this move makes so much sense for Rush, we can't ignore the emotional aspect of it. Dak Prescott, the face of the Cowboys, shared an emotional farewell message to his longtime backup and friend after the news broke. And let me tell you, this hit home for a lot of people because Dak and Rush have been through a lot together over the years. They've battled injuries, tough losses, and celebrated big wins. Through it all, they've built a bond that goes beyond just football. Dak reshared an Instagram post from the account that broke the news of Rush's move to the Ravens, and the message he shared was heartfelt. We all know Dak Prescott is a class act, and he made sure to let Cooper know how much he appreciated their time together. There's no doubt that Dak and Rush's relationship was special, especially when you think about the pressure and stress of being NFL quarterbacks. When Dak Prescott went down with injuries in the past, it was Cooper Rush who was asked to step in, and he did more than just keep the seat warm. He helped keep the Cowboys competitive, which is no small feat. Now, let's talk about the move itself. Cooper Rush is heading to Baltimore, where he's going to play backup to Lamar Jackson, one of the most electric quarterbacks in the NFL. Lamar Jackson has been the face of the Ravens for a while now, and it's clear the Ravens see a lot of value in having a reliable backup who can step in if necessary. And while Jackson has been a durable player, he hasn't missed a game due to injury since the 2022 season. The nature of the NFL means anything can happen. This is a league where injuries are part of the game, and having a reliable backup is absolutely crucial. Enter Cooper Rush. Rush is heading to a team with a rich history of success. The Ravens have been one of the most well-run organizations in the league, and while they've had their share of ups and downs, they're a team built for playoff contention. So, for Cooper Rush, it's not just about getting a paycheck, it's about joining a contender. You know how we always talk about how players want to go where they have a chance to win. Well, that's exactly what Rush has done here. In Baltimore, he'll be taking over the backup spot from Josh Johnson, who, let's be honest, is more of a veteran journeyman than a dependable option for the Ravens. Johnson has bounced around the league for years and last season only threw 3 passes in 6 games. Not exactly the guy you want stepping in if Lamar Jackson goes down with an injury. So, what does Rush bring to the table? A lot. Let's break this down. Over his time in Dallas, Cooper Rush proved that he's capable of stepping in and keeping things afloat when Prescott was sidelined. He doesn't wow you with incredible throws or huge numbers, but that's not really his style. Rush is the definition of a steady hand. During his time in Dallas, he posted a solid 9-5 record in relief of Dak Prescott, which is a pretty solid number for a backup quarterback. It speaks to his ability to manage a game and keep the team in the mix, even when the odds aren't in his favor. In 2024, Rush posted career highs in both yards and touchdowns, throwing for 1,844 yards and 12 touchdowns. Those aren't earth-shattering stats, but considering he stepped in when Prescott was injured, going 4-4 during that stretch is pretty impressive. What stood out, though, was Rush's ability to avoid costly mistakes. He threw just 5 interceptions over 8 games. That kind of efficiency is exactly what you want from a backup quarterback, a guy who won't lose you the game. But what makes Cooper Rush so valuable isn't just his ability to manage games, it's his mentality. Rush is the kind of player who knows his role and excels in it. He's not trying to be the next big star, he's just trying to contribute and do what's best for the team. The Ravens know they're getting a guy who won't try to do too much, but will stay within himself and make smart decisions on the field. In fact, in an interview after signing with the Ravens, Rush spoke about how exciting it was to be joining a successful organization. "It kind of came out of nowhere," Rush said. "But when my agent said the Ravens called, I was super excited." And then he added something that really stood out to me. He said, "Obviously, from afar there in Dallas, you see the Ravens are a well-run, good organization. Tons of success, especially recently. So I was like, wow, okay, this is sweet." It materialized, and here we are. It's really exciting to be on a good team. That quote is significant because it gives us a glimpse into how players look at their careers. Rush isn't just moving for the money or the fame, he's moving to a place where he sees a strong chance at success. The Ravens have been consistently competitive, and now Rush is hoping to play a role in that success. Now, let's talk a little more about his role in Baltimore and what it means to be a backup quarterback. Backup QBs often don't get the credit they deserve. We see the starting quarterbacks, the MVPs, the Super Bowl winners, but let's not forget how important it is to have a reliable backup. Without a solid backup, teams risk crumbling if their starter goes down with injury. Cooper Rush knows his place in this equation. He's not coming in to challenge Lamar Jackson for the starting job, he's coming in to make sure the Ravens stay competitive if they need him. If you look at the Ravens' track record with backup QBs, it hasn't been great. In the past 6 years, when Lamar Jackson hasn't been the starter, the Ravens have a dismal 4-10 record. That's a clear indication of how important it is for a team to have a competent backup, and Rush is going to help stabilize that situation for Baltimore. What's also interesting here is how this could set the tone for the future of backup quarterbacks in the NFL. We've seen how valuable a good backup can be. Just look at teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, where a guy like Chad Henne played key moments in the postseason. The same goes for the Ravens. If Lamar Jackson ever goes down, Cooper Rush will be the guy they turn to, and he'll have a chance to prove his worth all over again. Finally, let's touch on the Cowboys' decision to go with Trey Lance in the season finale against the Washington Commanders. If you didn't catch that, Dallas made the choice to start Lance over Rush in Week 18, even though Rush had been the starter for most of the season after Dak went down. It was an odd decision, and many fans speculated that it had to do with Rush's contract situation and incentives. That might have played a role in his departure from Dallas. It's tough to see a guy like Rush go after he gave everything he had to the team, but at the same time, it's clear that Cooper Rush is moving on to bigger and better things. So, as we bid farewell to Cooper Rush in Dallas, there's nothing but respect for the job he did. He wasn't the flashy star, but he was always ready when called upon, and he's earned his shot to shine with the Ravens. But what do you think about all of this? Are you sad to see Cooper Rush leave Dallas? Do you think he'll thrive in Baltimore? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the latest NFL updates. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.